Mistake number one, wasting your CV prime real estate, aka above the fold. Do you know that from research, it takes about 6 seconds for a hiring manager to decide if they're going to read your CV or not? So, how does it work? The first thing is that the ATS, that is application tracking system, will collect the applications. The problem here is that vague statements like responsible for or assisted with don't impress employers. They want measurable results. And how can you do that? Is by quantifying your impact. Use numbers to showcase achievement. For instance, you can say increased sales by 20% within 6 months. Thank you for writing my CV in a professional way. I secured myself a job within few months. I am happy for the result. I want to say welcome to this session where I will take you through the top seven common CV writing mistakes that are costing you that job interview. Today, we will cover three things. Number one, the 7 CV writing mistakes. Number two, I'll give you solutions to these mistakes so that I don't just highlight the mistake and leave you hanging. What you need to do to solve that problem. At the end, we will have a Q&A session. And I want to encourage you and really ask you to stick in through the Q&A session, because it is through that session whereby people ask questions, something that you hadn't thought about, and then you realize probably you're also having a challenge in that space, and the answer I will provide will be of benefit to you as much as you are not the person who had that question from the article. There is no secret to success. It is the result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failures. Colin Powell for you. And this is quite powerful. And if someone comes and tells you, I have a recipe for you to be successful in job search, do this and this, probably they want to con you or they want to make some money out of you. And this is true also for job search, that there's no secret to like you learning to that dream job. Getting there is as a result of preparation. And you attending this session is an indication that you are willing to learn. You are willing to do what it takes. You are preparing yourself. Hopefully, once I share with you this, you do the hard work to ensure that you sell yourself the best way. And if it doesn't work, don't give up. Learn from these failures. There is a lot that we can learn from failures, sometimes more than we can learn from our successes. But unfortunately, we waste our failures and let them be failures and they keep us down rather than learning something from it. So I want to reiterate and say that there is no secret to success. It is the result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure. A CV is not going to get you a job. And you might be wondering, then why are we here? If a CV is not going to help me get a job, why are we here? I want to say that the CV does not get you a job, but it gets you that interview, which is the first step in getting a job. The CV has its place in terms of the job application process. And the first thing that it's able to do is to help you get that interview. And I'm sure once you get that interview, it is another step in terms of you being able to secure that job. For those of you who are seeing me for the very first time, my name is Daniel Mutuku. I'm the founder of Career Point Solutions. Over the last 13 years, I have been lucky to be having experience or to work in this space of recruitment. We have served as a career advisor and also as a career coach. I am bringing this training courtesy of Career Point Solutions. And our mission is to make people more employable and to increase their earning potential. And if you're here, I can assure by the end of this training, you will be more employable because you will have learned the mistakes that you're doing on your CV when you're applying for a job. You will also increase your earning potential because if you rectify those mistakes and then you get that dream job, that job which will be paying you more, then we have achieved our mission. Mistake number one, wasting your CV prime real estate, aka above the fold. It really pains me when I see people wasting the prime estate on a CV. And let me explain what it means by above the fold. These are just two CVs that I got, and I've tried to hide some of the details of the owners of these CVs. And above the fold, it is that section of your CV that is seen when someone just previews the document without scrolling down. Now, this phrase came in from the newspaper because the headline is still on top of the newspaper. When you fold it into half, the headline should fit on above the fold before you fold it. And this is the prime real estate in your CV. And the kind of information you put here is very important. I have seen people putting objective, contact details, phone number, date of birth, the place of birth, nationality, gender, marital status, all these things. This is wasting your real estate. This is not the most important thing. Putting irrelevant information, and these are some of what I call irrelevant information. Your postal address, by the way, it's not useful right now. The only contact details you need on that prime estate above the fold is your phone number and your email address. That is the quickest way for the employer to get in touch with you. Who was last year invited for an interview through postal address? And you know also the postal address gives certain assumptions about you. Like I can tell you, the other day I was coaching someone, and I took a look at their CV, and in their CV, the address was reading that this person PO Box, I don't know, whatever, Nyeri, 372 Nyeri. And I asked the person, "Are you living and working in Nyeri?" No. And it was like, if someone wants to call you for an interview, they're already thinking, should I really stress this person to come all the way from Nyeri to come here in Mombasa or in Nairobi or Kisumu for the interview? And you just using the address, that your home address, and already someone is making judgment that you're still in Nyeri or Bungoma or Kajiado or whichever part it is. Get rid of that. That is irrelevant information on the real prime real estate. Date of birth, it is not needed. Get rid of it if you have it there. ID number or passport number, you don't need it. Religion, don't put I'm Christian, Islam, Hindu. It doesn't matter. Driving license number. I have seen people putting marital status. By the way, the question is, what does this information portray in terms of your ability to do work? Your gender, PIN number, height. Even people going to the extent of saying height, weight, and I don't know, all the other biodata. Don't put this irrelevant information. Don't waste your CV. Prime real estate there. Here's another CV. If I just look at the first page, I can see I've blocked some of the information, but you can see place of birth, father's name, birth date, marital status, permanent address, religion, nationality. Get rid of that. You're wasting the real estate. By the way, if you look at this, what does this tell me about this person's ability to work? So the solution for this problem is to put the most important information above the fold. And this includes a personal profile. By the way, on top, just have your contact details, which is your name, your phone number, and email. Forget about the career objectives and all that. Have a personal profile. And a personal profile is basically a summary of you, your capabilities, your skills, and what you're able to do. Do you know it is said that from research, it takes about 6 seconds for a hiring manager to decide if they're going to read your CV or not? Does your CV pass the 6-second test? Do you think someone really takes time to read through your CV? That is what I want us to consider as we proceed. Take a look at this CV here of a guy called Daniel Mutuku, email address, Kenya, blah, blah. This is what is above the fold. When you look at it, I think you need less than 6 seconds to just decide, is this person able to do the job or not? Can you figure out what this person can do in 6 seconds once you look at above the fold? Let's even give him benefit of doubt and say he has some career objectives down there. So we read the career objectives. And I'm about to share with you some career objectives that I've seen in some people's CVs, probably even from your CV. And as I read this, ask yourself, Does the CV career objectives that I have posted in my own CV resemble the ones that are here? Maybe in tone, in style, or even word for word. Number one, I have seen one saying, I am seeking employment with a company where I can grow professionally and personally. So what can this person do? Nothing. I seek challenging opportunities where I can fully use my skills for the success of the organization. Still not telling us anything. I want to succeed in this. I want to succeed in a stimulus, challenging environment that will provide me with advancement opportunity. Being selfish. I can excel in this. So let me give you some piece of advice. If you have that section of career objectives in your CV, get rid of this. It is not helping you get a job. It is good to have career objectives, but it is not helping you getting a job. Replace that with a personal branding statement. Imagine you open a CV and the first statement you read about this person is that I am a steadfast, committed, and passionate sales leader with over 4 years relevant experience. I have worked at ABC Company as a sales team leader. I have a proven track of meeting and surpassing targets. In addition, I am an intuitive and attentive listener, readily uncovers customer needs to offer viable and enticing solution. Would you want to hire such a person? Do you have an idea of what this person can be able to do just from the first 6 seconds when you look at their CV? So you better change your CV to reflect the value that you are bringing in. Mistake number 2, ignoring keywords and not paying attention to ATS. Where we are heading to in terms of recruitment, placement, job search, and doing the whole interviewing and qualifying candidates and shortlisting, ATS is becoming an increasingly used technology. And it uses what we call keywords. And I want to explain it to you. ATS stands for Application Tracking System. And this is a software that recruiters, hiring managers use to shortlist. There's so many applications that come in so that they can be able to pick the top and then invite them for an interview, or just at least now have a second look or a human eye going through those applications. So how does it work? The first thing is that the ATS, that is application tracking system, will collect the applications. So people will be applying for a job through the ATS. Now, what you can be able to do, you can view the applications that have come in if you're an admin. Then, based on a specific criteria, you can be able to filter the CVs that meet a certain criteria using keywords. Keyword-based filter. So you say, because of this role, we would want someone with this kind of skills. So they put in the keywords in that system, it will rank the CVs, and out of, for example, 100 applications that have come in, then it will say these are the top 10, or it will arrange them. You can see automatic ranking of the application, and it will give them a score and say this person scores 90, 100, 80. So you better look at these CVs and then call them for an interview. So if you are ignoring the keywords that you need to put on your CV, probably that is the reason why you're not being invited for an interview, because your CV never ranks high on the ATS. Are we together? So you need to focus on the keywords. And now let me give you the solution. The solution here is to use keywords, action words, and power words in your CV. What are these keywords? For example, if you are looking for a leadership position, some of the keywords that should show up in your CV should include words like leadership, management, teamwork, communication, problem solving, decision making, innovation, strategy, vision, results, and so many others. But not just appearing randomly. They should be in a certain context. Power words are words that are able to show your ability to do something. So if you're looking for a leadership position, then some of the power words that you need to use would be achieved, advocate, coached, collaborated, communicated, delegated, directed, empowered, envisioned, facilitated, influenced, initiated, motivated, oversaw, pioneered, represented, stimulated, transformed, won. Do you get it? This, when you use a word like envisioned, there's a lot of power in that. Would want someone who has a vision, someone who is able to create influence. I influenced. These are the words that I used to filter the leadership CVs in that 8 years, and is yours ranking high on that. So I have done a whole article on the power words you would need to use if you're looking for a leadership position. Just go to our website, or I'll drop that link to that article. Go read it and copy and paste some of these words. It is actually in so much details. So if that would be useful, let me know in the chat, in the WhatsApp group, whatever, and I'll be able to send you the link. Mistake number 3: focusing on the job description rather than achievement. It is not once or twice, but most CVs, when people are describing their achievement, or when people are describing their work experience, what they are showing is just talking about the job responsibilities and what they have been doing. There's a big difference between achievement and responsibilities. Don't just list what you do. Focus on what you brought in. What different thing did you bring? And I would say this: the problem here is that vague statements like responsible for or assisted with don't impress employers. They want measurable results. And how can you do that? Is by quantifying your impact. Use numbers to showcase achievement. For instance, you can say increased sales by 20% within 6 months. Or you can say led a team of 10 developers to deliver a successful project ahead of schedule. And you can see from these examples how the keywords are used, and they will help you rank higher. If you're in sales and you're talking about increasing sales by a certain percentage, that is something that should be able to be picked by the ATS. If you're a leader and you're talking about I led a team, you're not just a member of a team, you can see how the keywords are coming into place, right? So it is important for you to think about the impact you have had in that organization. There are several structures that you can use to write your achievement. The first one is when you decide on using one particular skill that you have, then you showcase how you carried out a particular activity using that skill, and then getting a measurable, quantifiable result thereafter. For example, you can say you used your negotiation skills to do what? To negotiate with a client or a supplier, and the result was you were able to get 50% discount or 20% a certain thing you were able to get. So the structure is: what is the skill that you used? What specific action or activity did you take? And what was the quantifiable result or benefit you got from that? That is one structure of using. Another formula that you can use or structure is the what, so what. Rather than just putting or stating that you are responsible for a team of 10, you can say I planned, arranged, and hosted a team building away day, which resulted in improving communication within the office. So this is what I was doing. So what? It improved the communication in the office. You can also talk about I implemented a new accounting system. That is what you did. So what? Implemented an accounting system for multiple locations, reducing time for customer inquiry or inquiries. So the idea is implemented the accounting system. So what? This reduced time for customers or customer inquiries. Mistake number 4 that you really need to take care of: lengthy CVs. Oh my God, I have seen so long CVs. Let me pause and ask, how long should a CV be? So Karen, you think 3 pages? Okay, good. 7 pages. Oh, that is long. That is long. That is long. Anne Lee, 1 page only. Prince saying 7 pages. Okay, I don't know what is happening. 7, that is too long. That's not it. Benta, 2 to 4 pages, depending on the work experience. Yes, Yes, you're right there, right there. Rosalie saying 5 pages max. I think 5 pages is long. It should be 3 to 4 pages. Benta, you're correct. 3, if you can get it, the shorter the better. If it can fit on 2, it's okay. But don't try to keep it. I can see someone else saying 4. You, that is still long. Michael, oh, a returning person. Michael, you are here with us last week, yeah? 4, 5, too long. Too long. 4 to 5, too long. I normally say it should be 3, but 4 if maybe referees have to fall over on the 4th page. But yes, and let me tell you this, when it comes to CVs, and I'll be bold to say, a CV is like a skirt. It shouldn't be too short, such that it covers nothing, and it shouldn't be too long to make the reader disinterested in going through it. Yes, I said it. It might sound controversial, and for my ladies, sorry, I'm not trying to objectify you. I'm just talking about the length of a CV. The longer it is, the more disinterested someone will be trying to read it. And the shorter it is, they will feel as if you haven't covered everything. So it is important for you to have it just the right length. Long CVs overwhelm recruiters. They lose interest before reaching your crucial details. And remember what you have said, your crucial details should be on the prime estate. We call it the civil prime real estate above the fold. So what is the solution? Be brief. Aim for a concise 3-page CV. If you can get to 3, better. If you can get to shorter, if you have to go to 4, probably only your referees there. Prioritize recent and relevant experience. Sometimes you don't need to write everything and anything that you have done. Trim the fat. Remove outdated or irrelevant information. Focus on achievement and not job description. It comes back again. Sometimes it's better to write at least 2 or 3 achievements that you had for each position that you had, rather than just having that big list of job, the responsibilities. Mistake number 5. Neglecting soft skills. We think the hard skills are the only things that we need. Hard skills matter, but soft skills like communication, teamwork, adaptability are equally crucial. Don't overlook them. So what do you need to do? Highlight soft skills. Dedicate a section of soft skills in your CV. Provide examples of how you have demonstrated them. Show, don't tell. Instead of saying that I'm a strong communicator, share a story about your resolving a conflict or leading a cross-functional team. Tell them. You can't say I'm a good communicator and the way you are writing already you're not communicating your value. Don't show, tell. Mistake number 6, sending your CV in the wrong format. Let me ask you, which one do you think is the best format to send your CV? PDF? Word? Do you share it on Google Drive? Nowadays, I see people share on WPS. Rosella, you think it is PDF? Karen, you say PDF? I can see Benta, you're saying PDF. Yeah, this one is an easy one. Everybody got it. Yeah, Felix. Akala. Yeah, the best way to share your CV is PDF. Why should you send it on PDF? When you send it on Word, it gets distorted. If you send it in, let's say Word, and the organization that you're sending to, they don't use Microsoft Word, probably they use Google Docs, and it's the way you had formatted your CV. It will lose the format, it will look distorted, and the reader might feel like this person is not a really organized or someone who is keen to details. But if you send it on PDF, that is the way you send it, how it will be viewed. The formatting will not be messed up. I've seen people sharing on Google Drive, but because you have not given permission to everybody to view it, it tells them you don't have access to this document. How many employers do you think will tell you, by the way, you sent the CV, we tried to access it, we couldn't. I think we don't have access. They won't get back to you. Yeah, I've seen people also putting passwords on their CVs. Yeah, it's a private document, but who has the time to call you to tell you, give me the password, I want to see your CV. Don't do that, yeah? So the best format to send it is in PDF. Mistake number 7 is using an outdated CV. I'm grateful to see some people who are in this conversation that we have done their CVs. And I would just request if you can take a minute or so and type in and tell us, how does your CV sell yourself now that you have the professional CV? Does that make you feel good? Does that make you feel confident when you're applying for a job? Because I can tell you this. First of all, we offer free CV review. And what this means is that you can share with me or us your CV. We'll take a look at it and we'll give you feedback on what needs to be done to make it professional. And then if you want to take on our CV writing professional services, then you can pay for it. So let me just put this. You can write this down. Go to our website, careerpoint.co.ke/CV review. Submit your CV there for review, or just send it direct to me on WhatsApp. So once you send your CV, we will tell you if you need to take our professional CV writing services. This is how much they cost. Let me just explain how it works. These are the services that you get, and these are the packages you choose from. So if you go for the basic, you will get the professional CV and sample cover letters. And the price will range between 1,000 to 3,000 Kenya shillings, which is about $10 to about $30. Or you can go for the standard that has all the services. You get the professional CV, sample cover letters, LinkedIn profile guide, and online interview coaching. And the range is about 3,000 to 6,000 Kenya shillings, or $30 to about $60. This is to show you that this works. This is an email I got from one of our happy clients. You can see the title is Happy Customer. Jen says, "Dear team, thank you for writing my CV in a professional way. I secured myself a job within few months. I am happy for the result. My current employer was so pleased by my CV in such a way that I cannot explain. I went for 4 interviews and still emerged the best. Thank you, guys." So you can see the CV can really sell you and make things happen. And if you're invited for an interview, take up the interview coaching sessions and you will get that job, I can assure you. Here's another one from a lady called Miss Kishesha saying, "Hey, Daniel, I thought I would share with you this amazing piece of news. I finally got a job. I followed what you told me, and yes, I got a job." It works. Look at this lady, Irene, saying, "Hello, Daniel. I'm grateful for the CV made for me by your company. It is what has gotten me this far." I think I was congratulating her, telling her, congratulations for your new job. And she got that job just because of the CV that we did. So if you're there, I want to give you a money back guarantee. If you send your money and we don't do a good job on your CV, let us know. We'll give you money back. Is that okay? If we have already done the CV and you feel like now I want to get to the next level, I want to invite you to join what I call the Career Jumpstart Coaching Program. Now, with the Career Jumpstart Coaching Program, this is where we help you to take your career to the next level. And it's a one-on-one coaching session. We'll give you a 5-day coaching challenge, some activities that you'll do. But at the end of the program, this is what you will be having. Number 1, we'll help you have clarity on your career goal. And we will create a plan on how you can be able to achieve these goals. We will help you identify and overcome any obstacle that may be holding you back. Some of these obstacles you already know, and some of them you don't know. But because we have been in this space for a long time, I know what is going to hold people back, and I'll help you overcome that. We'll help you develop a strategy for networking and building professional relationships. We know very well, especially these high-paying jobs, they are gotten through networking. We will help you create a networking strategy. Then we will help you increase awareness, self-awareness, and understanding of your strengths and areas that you need to improve. Because I believe when you focus on your strengths and you are able to do work around that area of genius, your strengths, chances of you succeeding is very high. And then from there, we will be able to have a one-on-one coaching session where we provide you with accountability, with support, so that you can stay motivated and on track to achieving the career goals that you have set for yourself. So if that is you and you feel like I need this program, I need to go to the next level, join the special offer that I'm calling Advanced Plus, where you get the coaching, CV writing, cover letter, LinkedIn profile guide, and also online interview coaching, which will only cost you 4,999. If you're here with me live, you can go ahead and make the payment and secure this special offer. It is not for everyone. Yeah. Use Lipa na M-Pesa, buy goods and services. The till number is 7157. And I'm looking forward to having you in this coaching program. Look at this. Naomi dropped me an email and told me, I am so glad that our paths crossed. I am so glad about our paths crossing. This was truly a fortunate event that I needed to secure a long awaited position. Your coaching was practical and personal. You worked with me through the entire process of interviews, and I'm glad that I keenly listened to you because I am now reporting to a global role as of March 1st. Thank you, Daniel, and I hope you will be able, and I hope you will enable many more professionals to realize their goals that may be seemingly insurmountable. Asante sana and be abundantly blessed. Kind regards, Naomi. You might be the next person sending me such an email. So there it is. Join the Career Jumpstart Coaching Program. Get all the benefits. The till number is 715732. So I'm open to questions. Question has come in here. How can you write a CV that is worth securing a job without having any practical experience? What I need to let you know is that a CV is a document that you use to market yourself. And you need to be clear what is it that you're marketing. It is your capability to do work. Where do you get these capabilities? Number one, it might be from experience. But you have said you don't have experience, right? So we discount that. Number two, it might be from your own qualifications. Because you have learned a certain thing, you can be able to do that thing. So start by showcasing your qualifications. Then showcase the key skills that you have. And then I want you to go out there and look for experience. How do you get this experience? It doesn't need to be a paid job. You can volunteer somewhere. You can be an intern. You can take internship or attachment. Don't think that experience is only when you are being paid. Clarifying on ATS, in a nutshell, let me explain and say, an ATS is first of all, it stands for Application Tracking System. This is a software that is used by recruiters to help them through the application process or recruitment process. So when a job opening has been advertised, in a week they might get 100, 200 applications. They don't have the time to go through all those CVs. So they put them in an application or in an application tracking system. They filter them using certain keywords, and based on how they are ranked, they will pick, for example, the top 10, go through those CVs and invite the candidates in an interview. So it has helped them not to go through the 200 CVs. So that is how it works. So for you to be able to have your CV as ATS compliant, it is important for you to have keywords. Have keywords, power words, and action words in your CV. That is mainly how it works. There is an organization that requires someone to be a certain religion, and you have advised us to remove the religion part in the introduction. Yes. Now, unless it has specifically mentioned that they want someone of a certain religion and you're in that religion, then put it, because putting that information is helping your application. But in general, right now, you're not supposed to discriminate in the recruitment process because of religion. And that is why I say get rid of it. Drop in the comment what is the one thing that you have learned today.